Hey guys, welcome to this session. Our topic is extractions of metals, and today let's discuss the criteria for the choice of the best methods of extracting a metal from its ore. So, in our past video, we discussed the reactivity series of various metals. We saw that list just reactivity series of metals, just the arrangement of metals according to their reactivity. So today let's see this criteria for the choice of the best methods of extracting a metal from its ore. Now we'll start with the introduction to metal extraction. We mostly know that most metals are naturally found in compounds called these ores. Now, a metal can be obtained from the ores by a process called the extraction. Now, the extraction consisting of various separating ways of just separating the metal from the minerals in the ore. Now, a few metal just found to be native. This means that they are uncombined with the other elements. Take an example, silver and gold. We said it in our past video when we were discussing the reactivity series of these metals. Now, to extract the ores containing the minerals, a chemical reaction must be used to separate the metal from the other elements. So let's see how that works by discussing the criteria for the choice of the best methods of extracting a metal from its ore. Now, we have to know that the choice of the best method for extraction of a metal from its ore depends on the chemical activity of the metal to be extracted. So this is the main criteria that is there as the main criteria for the choice of the best method for the extraction of the metal from its ore. So, understanding the chemical activity of various metals, you have to go to the various uh, chemical reactivity series of the metals which we discussed in our previous video. Now, most ores contain the metal oxides. Now, to extract the metal, oxygen must be removed from it. So oxygen must be removed from these metal oxides so as to get the metal itself. So this reaction of removing oxygen from a metal oxide is called as the reduction. Now, because the metal is always the most electropositive part of an ore, so as a positive oxidation state, the formation of the free metal from its ore is always a reduction. So that's how it is. Now, very reactive metals, take an example like sodium and potassium, are strongly bonded in their ores. Now, the most reactive the metal is, the more stable its compounds are, and the more energy is needed to break down the bond between the metal and the oxygen. Therefore, in this kind of situation, the extraction of these metals requires a strong method of the reduction, that is the electrolysis process or the electrolytic reduction. Hence, the metals at the top of the reactivity series are obtained from their ores by the electrolysis, also known as the electrolytic reduction. Electrolysis is just more expensive process than the reduction with the carbon or carbon monoxide. However, it's just the only economy way to obtain metals such as aluminum. For less reactive metals at the middle of the reactivity series, the oxygen can be removed by the chemical reduction with the carbon or carbon monoxide. Now, this method is just used for the extraction of metals such as zinc, iron, and copper, as shown and discussed in the table, which we are going to see it in our next slide. Now, least reactive metals such as copper, silver, and gold may be found in a uncombined state. Now, let's see the best methods for the extraction of a metal from its ore. Here is just a table that illustrates and shows all the metals and the best methods for the extraction from their ore. We'll start with this. The methods are grouped according to the reactivity series and basically how the elements are arranged according to their reactivity. So the first group here will have the first potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminum. All these are the method for the extraction. It will be electrolysis. Then zinc, iron, and lead. The method that will be used to extract the metals. It will be a chemical reduction with the carbon and the carbon or just the carbon monoxide. And then copper, we will need the roasting in air. And the last not least, the silver and gold, just occur naturally as elements. So you can just mine them. Take an example. You can just mine them from various mining fields in the earth. So I hope it's clear, guys. Thank you for listening. We've briefly discussed the criteria for the methods of extraction of metals from their ores. I would say the criteria just mainly is just depending on the reactivity series of the given metals. Thank you.